Right, welcome to this week's weekly challenges in Gran Turismo 7. So this is October week 3 and we have 5 brand new events to complete to win 3 brand new prizes, which consists of 1 credit ticket for 100,000 credits, a second credit ticket for 200,000 credits, and lastly, for completing all 5 events, you will be rewarded with a 6-star roulette ticket. So this week's prizes, not too shabby. And to go along with it, let's look at the event. So first things first, we have a Sunday Cup around Tokyo Expressway. Now this is the central clockwise layout of the circuit, and we see that for this event we have a suggested performance points rating of 380 performance points. So for me, I found a perfect vehicle for this, and that has to be a Nissan Silvia Q's S13 from 1988, as this car bone stock comes in at 381 performance points. So this event, you can use whatever vehicle you'd like as long as it is a road car. That's the only requirement for this event. So you can absolutely cheese this event by jumping to something like an Aston Martin Valkyrie, or be more logical and be more realistic and follow and jump into a Nissan Silvia. So this event, not long of an event as it's only 2 laps, and well, you're gonna get 27,000 credits at the end of it. So quick, short, fast money, so nothing to complain about. Now if we move on over to the second event in this week's list, well, we have a historic sports masters. Now for this event, it is taking place around Gran Valley Highway. So for this event, there are quite a few requirements. Firstly, your vehicle has to be a road car, it has to be 580 performance points or less, and it also has to be between 1960 and 1989. So that is the year range that you can use for this event. So for me, I jumped into the Lamborghini Miura, and this vehicle was more than capable. It was super fun, actually a bit of a challenge in itself to actually control this beast, but what a glorious experience it was, and I would highly recommend you try this event out. Fun fact, I actually finished third in this event, but still it was enough for me to just guarantee a pass for this event, because remember, you only need third or higher to guarantee it as a completed event for your weekly challenge. Now the reason I finished third was I was taking it more of a safe route by not trying to run opponents off the circuit, but hey, if I was being aggressive and just not being too afraid to bump into the opponents, best believe I would have gone first, but hey, we don't win them all. Anyway, staying at Gran Valley Highway, well, we see our special event for the week, and this is a 1-make race for the BAC Mono. So it's a 5-lap event. There's no PP limit on your BAC Mono, so you can come with the vehicle fully upgraded. And for this event, you are guaranteed 100,000 credits, and that is without a clean race bonus. Once again, it is 5 laps around the circuit. The BAC Mono, I won't lie, it caught me off guard because I forgot how the vehicle handles, but honestly, it's fun. It's a great circuit, great layout, beautiful circuit, and using a BAC Mono, it is a fun event and not one that I can falter. So once again, quick event, and 400,000 credits, not too shabby. But let's say you aren't really a fan of the BAC Mono and you're a fan of the Nissan GT-R. Well, you're in luck, because the fourth event is a Nissan GT-R Cup around Deep Forest Raceway. Now for this event, we see it is 5 laps around, as I said, Deep Forest Raceway, but your vehicle has to be under 700 performance points. Now for this event, once again, with it being a GT-R Cup, you can choose any Nissan GT-R. Now for me, I jumped into my fan favorite. Well, for me, I jumped into my favorite one, and that is the Nissan R33 GT-R V-Spec from 1997. This vehicle was more than capable and, in my opinion, a bit overpowered. And the reason for that, this vehicle is engine swapped with the engine from the Nissan R92 CP. So it did have a bit of an advantage over the AI. I mean, this vehicle can travel over 300 kilometers per hour with absolute ease. It has great handling, and overall it's just a fantastic vehicle that I love using at every chance I can get. That is exactly my, well, this week had a great excuse for me to whip it out. So if you are looking for a Nissan to use for this event, well, basically any GT-R will work. They are all fantastic vehicles. Once again, as long as they are under 700 performance points, well, you're good to go. So with that being said, we are going to be moving on to our fifth and final event of the week, and that is a WTC 800 around 70 crooks. Now for this event, the only requirements are it has to be on racing compound tires, so that's your racing hards, medium, softs, intermediates or wets, and it has to be under 800 performance points. Now this is the only event of the week that has fuel consumption as well as tire wear applied to this event, and with it being 8 laps and me not really knowing the layout, I went for a vehicle that I knew I was gonna get a guaranteed win regardless of those factors, and that is the Jaguar XJR 9. That was my go-to for this week. Yes, it is a GR1 vehicle that has been detuned to meet the performance points limits, but with it being a detuned Group 1 vehicle, the fuel consumption on this vehicle is just phenomenal. I found myself doing a no pit strat on this event, and that really helped out because even though with me having to learn the circuit, I saved a lot of time by not going into the pits, and that's really where I took advantage and made my overtakes. But still, you cannot put down the Jaguar because it is extremely fast. Once again, it is a Group 1 vehicle. I was averaging lap times around the 3 minutes 6 second mark with the Jaguar XJR 9, and I found myself starting off the event on fuel map level 4, and then when I got to the end of lap 4, well, I changed on over to fuel map level 6, and I just left it there for the entirety of the event, and that guaranteed me finishing the event without going in the pits a single time. So if we go look at all of the events this week, my favorite one that I had the most fun on was the historic sports car masters around Gran Valley, right? Around Gran Valley Highway. I know it's the only event I did not win, but somehow it's the event I had the most fun on. Just handling a classic vehicle and really pushing and stretching its legs was absolutely fantastic. I'm not putting down any of the other events, they are all brilliant events, but for me this week, the historic car masters was my favorite one. But hey, let me know your favorite event from this week in the comment section down below. With this being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and all the tunes are posted at the end of the video.